Imagine a world where peace, purpose, and happiness are not just ideals, but realities we can all live by. A world where faith isn't just a belief, but a guiding force shaping every action, every relationship, and every decision we make. Today, we're about to uncover the truth behind one of the most powerful, yet often misunderstood forces shaping our world: the rapid growth of Islam in the West. This journey isn't just about religion, it's about finding the keys to a life full of meaning, happiness, and deep connection. Stay with me as we explore this powerful transformation together. We live in a world that is constantly changing, an ever-evolving society where cultures, religions, and ideas blend and shape the future. Among the most striking developments in recent years is the rapid and steady growth of Islam across the globe. It's a story many are unfamiliar with, and yet it is one that has immense power and relevance in shaping the modern world, especially in the West. As we stand here today, Islam is already the second largest religion in the world. It is a faith that spans continents, cultures, and languages, with over 1.9 billion Muslims globally. But here's something even more profound. Islam's presence in Western societies, like the United States, has been expanding at a remarkable rate. This growth isn't just about numbers, it's about influence, presence, and integration. This is not a simple phenomenon, and it certainly doesn't happen by chance. Islam's growing visibility in the West can be attributed to a range of factors: immigration, conversions, and the social dynamics that drive change. But at its core, this growth reflects something deeper: a hunger for meaning, a desire for peace, and an unyielding search for happiness in the modern world. Pause for a moment and think about what drives you. We all want to live fulfilling lives full of purpose, love, and community. What Islam offers is not just a religion, but a way of life that speaks to these very human desires. It's a faith built on principles of peace, social justice, and compassion. Values that resonate deeply with the challenges we face today. This isn't just about numbers. This is about connecting with something bigger than ourselves. It's about the search for happiness and the longing to live a life of greater meaning. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of change and the courage it takes to start fresh. Many of us have experienced moments in life when we've had to leave behind what's familiar in order to build something better. For millions of Muslims across the globe, the journey to the West represents a fresh start, a chance to escape hardship, seek opportunity, and live in a society that offers freedom and potential. This wave of immigration is one of the most significant drivers behind the growing presence of Islam in Western countries like the United States. Every year, thousands of Muslims from different parts of the world, whether from the Middle East, Southeast Asia, or Africa, make the bold decision to relocate to Western nations in search of a better life. For many, it's not just about fleeing conflict or poverty, it's about finding a place where they can live their faith openly, raise their families in safety, and embrace a life of opportunity. But let's not overlook the deeper human connection in this migration. It's about the pursuit of happiness, about carving out a space where dreams can grow and communities can flourish. Western countries have become home to individuals who have chosen to start over, bringing with them their hopes, their values, and yes, their faith. This diversity enriches the cultural fabric of the United States, adding new perspectives, traditions, and ways of life that ultimately contribute to the vibrancy of the nation. For those who seek a life full of happiness, the presence of these immigrant communities offers a unique opportunity to learn from one another, grow together, and build bridges. Immigration isn't just about numbers or statistics. It's about the lives of real people, the dreams they carry, and the impact they have on the communities they join. We can all be a part of that journey, creating a more inclusive and compassionate world for ourselves and future generations. Imagine a world where the energy, passion, and drive of youth shape the future. A world where the aspirations of the younger generation are not just heard, but also actively define the path forward. This is precisely what we are witnessing in the growing Muslim population in the West. Islam's rapid growth isn't only a result of migration or conversions, it's also deeply rooted in the vibrant, youthful demographic that makes up a significant portion of the Muslim community. In the United States and other Western countries, The Muslim population is notably younger than other religious groups. The median age of Muslims is lower, with many Muslims in their 20s and 30s. This demographic is vital to the religion's expansion. Why? Because youth is a time of growth, learning, and exploration. Young Muslims bring with them a new sense of energy, an eagerness to connect with others, and a profound desire to build meaningful lives. But there's more to it than just age. The youth of today are more engaged, more connected, and more aware than ever before. With the rise of digital media and global connectivity, young Muslims in the West are able to share their stories, their experiences, and their faith in ways that were never possible before. They are actively shaping the narrative around Islam, countering misconceptions, and sharing the joy and fulfillment they find in their faith. This younger generation is not just growing in numbers, they are thriving, and their presence is being felt across various spheres of life, from education to business, from the arts to activism. For those of us seeking to live happy, meaningful lives, there's much we can learn from the energy and optimism of this rising generation. Their commitment to community, family, and purpose-driven living offers a model of what it means to live with intention, joy, and fulfillment. Pause for a moment. Think about the pivotal moments in your life, the moments when you felt a deep inner call to something greater. For many people, conversion to Islam represents one of those profound shifts, a journey that leads to inner peace, spiritual fulfillment, and a renewed sense of purpose. Islam is not just a set of beliefs, it's a path to understanding life's deeper meaning. And in recent years, more and more people in the West have chosen to walk this path. The process of conversion is not merely about adopting new religious practices, it's about embracing a philosophy that encourages peace, self-discipline, and a direct connection to something greater than oneself. For many individuals, the decision to convert is sparked by a search for truth, clarity, and happiness. In a world that often feels chaotic and disconnected, Islam offers a sense of structure, purpose, and spiritual peace. It speaks to the soul's deepest yearning for connection, to God, to others, and to a deeper sense of meaning. Conversion is not just about changing one's religion, it's about transforming the way one approaches life. It's about finding a community that nurtures personal growth, helps develop a strong moral compass, and provides a support system during both good times and bad. For many converts, this new beginning is an opportunity to rebuild their lives, away from the distractions and confusion that often prevent them from finding true happiness. As we all strive to live lives of fulfillment, it's essential to recognize the courage it takes for individuals to make such a profound shift. For those on the journey toward conversion, it is a path toward true peace and joy, a joy that transcends the superficial, a joy that is rooted in faith, purpose, and the pursuit of a life well lived. Take a moment to reflect on how often we are influenced by the headlines, the stories we hear, or the images we see. In today's world, information flows faster than ever before, and not all of it is accurate. When it comes to Islam, much of what we hear in the media can be misleading or downright negative. It's easy to form opinions based on what's presented to us in sound bites and headlines, but what happens when we dig deeper, when we look beyond the noise? The truth is that Islam, like many religions, is complex, rich in history, and full of profound teachings that can offer peace, happiness, and a sense of purpose. Yet, in the media, the religion is often associated with extremism, violence, and division. These portrayals shape the way we view the Muslim community, often clouding the truth and preventing many from understanding Islam for what it truly is. But here's the reality: the vast majority of Muslims live in peace, seek happiness, and contribute positively to society. Islam, at its core, is a faith centered on peace, compassion, charity, and justice. Values that resonate deeply with the universal desire for human connection and happiness. The teachings of Islam emphasize personal growth, respect for others, and living a life filled with purpose and integrity. It's time we move beyond misconceptions. It's time we seek out the truth. If you want to live a life filled with wisdom, happiness, and understanding, challenge the narratives that may cloud your judgment. Dig deeper, ask questions, and embrace the richness of a faith that, when understood, can open doors to a more harmonious and fulfilling life. There is so much more to Islam than what we're told, And sometimes, true happiness lies in discovering these hidden truths for ourselves. Let me ask you, what kind of world do you want to live in? A world where injustice reigns, or one where compassion, equality, and support for one another define our actions? Islam, at its core, is a faith deeply rooted in social justice, and its teachings call us to act in ways that uplift the most vulnerable and oppressed. And this is where we begin to understand why so many in the West are drawn to it. In a time when social inequalities, racial discrimination, and economic disparities seem to dominate the conversation, Islam offers a powerful antidote, a path toward collective responsibility, fairness, and compassion. From its foundational teachings, Islam emphasizes the importance of standing up for the marginalized, defending the rights of the oppressed, and ensuring that justice prevails in society. For those who are passionate about making a difference in the world, about living with purpose and leaving a lasting impact, Islam provides a moral framework that inspires action. It teaches the value of giving back, whether it's through charity, known as zakat, advocating for the voiceless, or simply practicing kindness in our everyday interactions. In a world where many feel powerless in the face of injustice, Islam reminds us that change begins with each of us, and that our actions, no matter how small, can ripple out and create a better world for everyone. Imagine living in a society where every person is valued, where each individual is treated with dignity and respect, and where compassion drives our decisions. This is not a distant dream, it is a vision that can be realized by embracing the principles of justice, equality, and solidarity that Islam promotes. For those seeking happiness, purpose, and fulfillment, engaging in social justice and activism isn't just about making the world a better place. It's about finding deeper meaning in the work we do, the communities we build, and the lives we lead. Picture a life where you can openly practice your beliefs without fear of judgment or oppression. Imagine being part of a society that not only allows you to live freely, but also embraces the diversity of thought and faith. This is the reality that many Muslims find in the West, a freedom that fosters peace, happiness, and the ability to practice their faith without constraint. Religious freedom is a fundamental pillar of Western societies, particularly in the United States, where the freedom to worship and live according to one's beliefs is protected by law. For Muslims, this freedom is invaluable. It provides them with the opportunity to practice their faith openly, to fast during Ramadan, to pray 5 times a day, and to wear their religious attire without fear of discrimination or persecution. This sense of security and acceptance allows Muslims to connect with their faith on a deeper level, creating a foundation for inner peace and contentment. But religious freedom does more than just allow individuals to practice their beliefs. It creates an environment where tolerance and understanding can thrive. In a society that values the free expression of beliefs, people are encouraged to engage in dialogue, learn from one another, and build bridges of mutual respect. The ability to practice Islam without fear of judgment doesn't just benefit Muslims, it contributes to a broader culture of respect and harmony for all faiths. For those of us seeking a life of happiness, peace, and fulfillment, this environment of religious freedom offers an important lesson. True happiness comes not just from external success or material gain, but from the ability to live authentically, to practice our beliefs freely, and to respect the beliefs of others. It's in this space of tolerance and acceptance that we can truly find peace within ourselves and with the world around us. Let me ask you, what is at the core of the life you want to build? What is the foundation upon which your happiness rests? For many people, the answer to that question lies in the relationships we hold most dear, our family. In a world that often prioritizes individual success and fleeting pleasures, the values of family and community stand as pillars of lasting joy and fulfillment. One of the most powerful aspects of Islam is its emphasis on the importance of family. In this faith, family isn't just a social construct, it's a sacred bond. The relationship between parents and children, between siblings, between spouses, is meant to be built on love, respect, and mutual care. The teachings of Islam encourage individuals to honor their parents, support their families, and protect the unity and well-being of the household. It's about living in a way that nurtures those connections and creates a home full of peace, stability, and happiness. In Islam, family life is seen as a source of joy and spiritual growth. The home is viewed as a sanctuary, a place where love flourishes and where each member can find support, guidance, and understanding. This sense of togetherness is essential for leading a balanced and fulfilling life. In fact, studies show that strong family bonds contribute significantly to one's overall happiness and well-being, an idea that resonates deeply with the teachings of Islam. For those of us seeking to live lives filled with meaning, happiness, and purpose, the focus on family values provides a roadmap. It's a reminder that true fulfillment comes not from external achievements, but from the relationships we nurture, the bonds we strengthen, and the love we cultivate within our homes. Islam teaches us that when we prioritize family, we lay the groundwork for a life of true contentment, one that lasts far beyond the fleeting nature of worldly success. In a world filled with information, how do we truly find the wisdom that leads to a fulfilling life? How do we separate the noise from the knowledge that brings clarity, peace, and purpose? One of the most profound avenues for personal growth and understanding lies in education, specifically Islamic education, which has become increasingly accessible in the West. Islamic education isn't just about learning religious rituals or history, it's about gaining a deeper understanding of life itself. It's about learning how to live with integrity, how to serve others, how to achieve balance between the material and spiritual worlds. It invites individuals to think critically, to reflect on their purpose, and to engage with the world in a way that is mindful and compassionate. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in Islamic studies in Western societies. Universities, community centers, and online platforms offer courses and resources that delve into the rich history, philosophy, and teachings of Islam. This rising awareness has not only led to a better understanding of the faith, but has also allowed many to see how Islamic principles align with universal values of justice, peace, and kindness. This focus on education serves a greater purpose. It empowers individuals to live intentionally, to seek knowledge as a means to personal and spiritual growth. For those of us looking to live a wise and meaningful life, this is essential. By deepening our understanding of Islam, we not only gain wisdom that enhances our own lives, but also become equipped to foster positive change in the world around us. When we take the time to educate ourselves, we open the doors to a life filled with happiness, purpose, and the ability to live with intention. The rapid growth of Islam in the West is driven by a combination of powerful forces: youthful energy, a quest for peace, social justice, family values, and a deep commitment to education. For those of us striving to live a life full of happiness and fulfillment, embracing these principles can provide a roadmap to a life of purpose, balance, and genuine connection. As we move forward, let us continue to learn, grow, and be inspired by the wisdom and teachings that can help us build a brighter, more harmonious world. Thank you for your time, and good luck on your journey toward a meaningful, joyful life.